Whatever happened to Ethel Kennedy's 11 children? Ethel Kennedy was more than just the widow of U.S. Senator Robert F. Bobby Kennedy and the sister-in-law of President John F. Kennedy. She was a human rights activist, philanthropist, and the matriarch of one of America's most influential families. But perhaps her greatest legacy was raising her 11 children, many of whom followed in their father's footsteps into politics, law, and activism. What became of Ethel and Robert Kennedy's 11 children? Where are they now, and how have they carried on their parents' legacy? 11. Kathleen Kennedy Townsend. Born on July 4, 1951, Kathleen is the eldest of Ethel and Robert's children. From an early age, she was a skilled equestrian, but her promising riding career was cut short after a serious accident at age 14. At 16, Kathleen's life changed forever when her father was assassinated. She later attended Radcliffe College and earned a law degree from the University of New Mexico. In 1994, she made history by becoming Maryland's first female lieutenant governor, but her political ambitions took a hit when she lost the 2002 gubernatorial race. Kathleen is also an author, having published Failing America's Faithful in 2007, and has since held teaching positions at Georgetown and Harvard. Tragically, in 2020, Kathleen's daughter Maeve and grandson Gideon drowned in a canoeing accident. 10. Joseph Patrick Kennedy II. Born on September 24, 1952, Joseph was named after his grandfather. After attending Milton Academy and the University of Massachusetts, Boston, he founded Citizens Energy, a nonprofit focused on affordable energy access. In 1986, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, serving until 1999. He married Sheila Rauch in 1979 and had twin sons, Matt and Joseph III, before divorcing in 1991. He later married Anne Elizabeth Kelly. 9. Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. Born on January 17, 1954, RFK Jr. He earned a law degree from the University of Virginia and Pace University, but his career was nearly derailed after an arrest for heroin possession in 1980. Following his court-mandated community service, he became a prominent environmental lawyer, working with Riverkeeper and Waterkeeper Alliance. However, RFK Jr. has been widely criticized for spreading anti-vaccine conspiracy theories. In 2023, he launched an independent campaign for president, but later withdrew and endorsed Donald Trump. He has been married 3 times, to Emily Ruth Black, Mary Richardson, and currently actress Cheryl Hines. 8. David Anthony Kennedy. Born on June 15, 1955, David Anthony Kennedy was only 13 years old when his father, Robert F. Kennedy, was assassinated. The tragedy had a profound impact on him, and he struggled with substance abuse from an early age. After attending Harvard University, David dropped out due to his ongoing battle with addiction. Despite multiple efforts to seek treatment, he was unable to overcome his struggles. On April 25, 1984, at the age of 28, David was found dead in a Palm Beach, Florida hotel room due to a drug overdose. 7. Mary Courtney Kennedy Hill. Born on September 9, 1956, Mary Courtney Kennedy Hill. She has largely avoided the political spotlight, choosing instead to lead a more private life. Courtney was first married to producer Robert Rua from 1980 to 1990. She later married Paul Hill, an Irish activist who was wrongfully imprisoned for 15 years in connection with IRA bombings in England. Their marriage was arranged by Ethel Kennedy, who met Paul at a congressional hearing on human rights. The couple had one daughter, Saoirse Roisin, born in 1997. Tragically, Saoirse died of an accidental drug overdose in 2019. 6. Michael Lemoyne Kennedy. Born on February 27, 1958 in Washington, D.C. He attended Harvard University and later graduated from the University of Virginia School of Law in 1984, becoming a lawyer and political strategist. Michael married Victoria Denise Gifford, daughter of NFL legend Frank Gifford, in 1981, and they had 3 children together. However, in 1997, A scandal erupted when it was alleged that Michael had been involved in an inappropriate relationship with the family's teenage babysitter, which reportedly began when she was 14 years old. Michael denied any sexual involvement before she turned 16, the legal age of consent at the time. That same year, on December 31st of 1997, Michael died in a skiing accident in Aspen, Colorado, after colliding with a tree while playing football on skis. 5. Mary Carey Kennedy. Born on September 8, 1959, Mary Carey Kennedy, known as Carey, she attended Brown University and later earned a law degree from Boston College Law School. Since 1981, Carey has been deeply involved in international human rights advocacy, serving on the boards of multiple nonprofits and receiving awards from Save the Children and the International AIDS Trust. She is currently the president of Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights, the organization her mother Ethel Kennedy founded after her husband's assassination. Carey married Andrew Cuomo, the future governor of New York, in 1990. They had 3 daughters, Cara, Maria, and Michaela, before divorcing in 2005. Today, Carey continues to champion social justice, advocating for human rights and equality worldwide. 4. Matthew Maxwell Taylor. Max Kennedy. Born on January 11, 1965 in New York City, Matthew Maxwell Taylor Kennedy, known as Max Kennedy. He attended Harvard University, where he developed a passion for law and politics, later earning his law degree from the University of Virginia School of Law. Max gained national attention early in his career when, on his first day as a prosecutor in Philadelphia, he chased down a mugger on foot, showcasing the same courage and determination his father was known for. Throughout the years, Max has remained actively involved in politics. He worked on Senator Ted Kennedy's 2000 Senate campaign and played a role in President Barack Obama's 2008 presidential campaign. In July 1991, Max married Victoria Ann Strauss, and together they have 3 children. Aside from politics, Max has also worked as an author and historian, focusing on preserving the Kennedy family's legacy. He has written several books about American history, including Make Gentle the Life of This World, which is based on his father's private notes and speeches. 3. Christopher George Kennedy. Born on July 4, 1963 in Boston. He graduated from Boston College in 1986 and later earned an MBA from Northwestern University in 1994. Over the years, he has been actively involved in both business and politics. Christopher worked on Senator Ted Kennedy's 1980 presidential campaign, later serving as the president of the Merchandise Mart in Chicago and chairman of Joseph P. Kennedy Enterprises, which oversees the Kennedy family's financial holdings. In 2018, Christopher ran for governor of Illinois but lost the Democratic primary. He is married to Sheila Sinclair Berner, and they have 4 children. 2. Douglas Harriman Kennedy. Born on March 24, 1967, after graduating college, Douglas pursued a career in broadcast journalism, joining Fox News in 1996. He has since hosted his own segment, Douglas Kennedy's American Stories, and covered major national events. In 1998, he married Molly Stark, and together they have 5 children. Unlike many of his siblings, Douglas has largely stayed away from politics, focusing instead on storytelling and journalism. Rory Elizabeth Catherine Kennedy. Born on December 12, 1968, Rory Kennedy was the youngest child of Robert and Ethel Kennedy and was born 6 months after her father was assassinated. Despite never meeting her father, Rory grew up immersed in the Kennedy legacy and went on to become an award-winning documentary filmmaker. Her films often focus on social justice, human rights, and historical events, with many of them premiering at Tribeca, Sundance, and Woodstock film festivals. She was particularly close to her older brother Michael Kennedy, who was also her godfather. The Los Angeles Times reported that they spoke nearly every day until his tragic death in 1997. Rory married fellow filmmaker Mark Bailey in 1999. Their wedding was originally scheduled for July 1999, but was postponed after the tragic death of her cousin, John F. Kennedy Jr., and his wife Carolyn Bissett Kennedy in a plane crash. Rory and Mark have 3 children. She continues to produce critically acclaimed documentaries and has won multiple Emmy Awards